Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator and a classic Reborn. So the title definitely refers to today's truck, the Freightliner Classic XL. Zach, George, what is up, guys? I am doing awesome. Mom is actually home from the hospital today, so very good news. And we do have the custom 53-foot reefer out. We do have the stainless steel sign walls on there, of course, because we've got to look pretty. Right now we're sitting here in Coos Bay. Our first load is going up to the Dales. We've got a load of fertilizer going to the Kraft Heinz farm up there. So without any further waiting, we're going to climb into the Classic XL, get the good old Detroit Diesel Series 60 fired up, and get moving on down the road. And how's everybody Wednesday going so far? And it does not matter who is first. I do appreciate you guys being here. That's all that matters. Before I left Facebook, I had downloaded this truck. Jesse Burson is the one who had updated it for trailer cables, and I never got rid of the truck. So, and yeah, if you are still part of his group, you should be able to download the mod. How's everybody Wednesday going so far? Hey Sparko, what's up? Great to see ya. Oh, I modded this engine into the truck, so I just had to change around some SII files and in order to get the engine working. And when you know how to do that, you can basically put any engine into any truck. And the regular sounds in this truck are not the greatest, so I did take Creechbaum's Detroit Series 60 585 and we modded it into this truck for today. Yeah, we're kind of following the law here, putting our headlights on going through the tunnel. I modded the engine in, actually, Sparko, so yeah, there is a tutorial on YouTube on how to do it. I just followed that. Well, actually, I knew exactly what to do, but with previous trucks that didn't have a good sounding engine, that's what I did. Well, with Oddfellows FLD that is on the Steam Workshop, those engines are not very loud. Yeah, this is probably going to be the worst part of the trip right here, is going up the 101 and then to Newport and then carting across and hitting Interstate 5. Yeah, but I am not going to be complaining about twisty-turny because the views along this is amazing. It's on YouTube, Sparko. All you gotta do is how to edit an engine into a truck or edit SII files. And what I do is I don't mod them into the truck themselves. I actually create a separate mod that I place above the truck so that way it's not affecting the truck itself. One program that you do need to use is Notepad++. That is a free download, so if you don't have it, you can grab it. The 120s that I drove were not. Good afternoon, Miles. How's it going today? I did have the over-the-top paint job on this, but I couldn't get the trailer to match, so I figured, I'm just going to go black and chrome and we'll make it nice and easy. Although what I may do is if there's a repair shop in the Dales, I may change this to white and chrome just to get rid of black. And not that black isn't a good color, but and I'm not sure that, but I like white and chrome also. Yeah, it's actually quite windy here today and warm with low humidity. We actually have a fire warning until 11 o'clock tonight. Hey, Brenton, what's up today? heck of a lot louder than today's trucks. Washington Art, welcome to today's live stream. Great to have you here. Oh yeah, Sunday is going to be 70 here. I am going to be enjoying that day. Start getting outside cleaned up and ready for grass mowing. Nope, we were not speeding. Yeah, kinda I was. I deserve that. But damn it, another driving award. That seems to be the good old feature of every time I'm driving, I get at least one. Not sure what you're trying to say there, Washington. That was one of the first trucks with a full stand-up sleeper back in the 90s. And was compared to today's 80-inch stand-ups, that was, I mean, you were still able to stand up in it, but it wasn't as large. English only, Washington, thank you. And just figured that out there, HD Gaming. Now, George, here's a question for you, or anybody that is watching. What company is responsible for making the Freightliner brand? actually did a stream on this. It's in my nostalgia series, and if you do know, go ahead and pop it into the chat. There you go, George. That is the correct answer. The beloved cornflakes. Yeah, they went out of business early in the 2000s, I believe. Yeah, now the model does have airlines on it, but the one that Jesse Burson updated, so we do have that stock cables on there, so at least we got trailer connections, otherwise we would not. And the one that is currently on the mod sites that is updated for 134, it will be this truck, but it does not have the stock cables, so those will not work. I doubt it, George, because the problem with a cab over is there's not really anything aerodynamic to them. That big old flat front face just pretty much collects wind and then slows down the truck. And pretty much once the Century class came out, JB Hunt, Swift, Schneider, they all started buying those for the fuel economy. I'm no longer on Facebook, Sparko, so I have absolutely no idea. I'm totally in the wrong lane here, so we're gonna speed up and get by right away. And we need to get our butts over 2 lanes. They still have a few centuries in their yards. Hey Thomas, what's up today? It was used by some carriers, but not as, I mean, I really don't have a way to answer that. The ones that I do know that have it would be TMC, Werner. There was a flatbed company called Metal Transportation. I mentioned this in yesterday's stream that used to run 379s. Beyond that, I do not know. Compared to even the FLD, this truck does not get up and go. I mean, it's one thing I do like about a truck. I'm actually going to start doing a console command. When we get into, say, a base SCS truck, whether it be the Volvo, the Peter Car, or even any of the Kennys, and those trucks, they literally just start accelerating out of the, well, not out of the blue, but quite a bit quicker than what they should. There is a console command I'm going to start running that's called Warp, and the game currently runs at Warp 1. I'm actually going to slow the game down a little bit so it doesn't look like we're going so fast, which is the way it would be if you were actually driving these trucks. We don't have a pre-pass device in this, but we will hear the beeps, and I know what they stand for. And that right there means we've got to pull in and get weighed. It was both. It was used by companies and owner-ops. And I'm very curious to how much we weigh. I did run a load earlier. I was at 81,000 pounds, which is illegal. But yeah, we're only at 70. We are good to go. Yeah, they definitely need to fix that to where the AI merges to let you out. But I don't care about the stupid AI in the game. I'll cut them off and whatever, just like everybody else pretty much does. Now the thing with wreckers is, back in the day, those were pretty much all mechanical winches. The ones these days are so much more efficient. Or you could be like Jamie Davis and get a Mac Anthem wrecker. Yeah, a lot of the cities and towns around where I live, they do have signs up, no engine brakes. So it's basically to cut down on noise. If you do know how to drive a truck, even if you've got 8-inch straight pipes on it, you are able to get through a city or town without using your jake and actually being quiet. You're normally a gear up from where you need to be. Now you guys may be wondering why I'm not going to 6 high right at 15 is actually the torque on this is a little bit too low, so instead of losing momentum, I'd rather keep it on the upper side and use just a touch more fuel. And that's one thing with driving a truck, you've got to pretty much know what truck you're driving, what the shift ranges are, And when basically if you get between gears, that's the pain in the butt part that you need to figure out. Hey big dog, how's it going? I'm doing awesome today. Oh, I can't wait till we get Western Star into the game if we ever do. Yeah, when I was driving, about the first few hours I was in a new truck, I did look at the TAC to get my ears acquainted to the sound. Otherwise, it was all sound of the engine that I shifted by. Very seldom did I ever look at the TAC. The clutch is only good for starting and stopping. Other than that, don't use it. Well, in the game, you really don't want to shift above 1600, and for downshift, you would want to do that around 1000 or 1100. But the thing with this is it does depend on, that's for an 18. Every truck is different. Let's see, what do we got here? That is a very tight spot to get into. Reno, especially 7-Eleven, I know that's a small eddies. I rather not do that. Walmart and Truckee is also small, but I haven't been down to Reno in a while. We're going to take that and see if we're going to get the Lucky Park to where it's not right next to the building. And this is one thing that I hope they get fixed in 135. We're carrying a refrigerated load, but yet our reefer light is not on. So all of the loads, butter, yogurt, meat, and anything like that that should be refrigerated, that reefer light should be on. That's one thing that SCS definitely needs to fix, and I hope it does in 1.35. And Big Dog, thank you so much for the hosting. I do appreciate it. Now, a lot of it does depend on what truck that you're using. If you've got a, say, a W900 with a very long wheelbase, you really don't want to be backing a 53 in there. You're not going to get turned around. Well, I'm going to say turn around as you're backing in to get the truck straight. It's just too slow of a response. that's why I'm kind of hesitant on going to 711 with this. We've got a 53, even though we have set forward front axles, we have set forward axles on the trailer, but our truck is actually a very set forward front axle, similar to the W9. Don't know. That could be caused by an out-of-date map mod there, big dog. Driving award number 2. Have you unticked the Oregon DLC from the store page and then ticked it again to see if it would reinstall? Maybe somehow it got uninstalled. You know the funny part, there is a special transport load from the Dales down to Burns. You actually go through here with a heavy ass load. It is not fun. good question, George. I do know that when they went to their ACERT motors, and they literally were not the greatest. They had so many warranty issues with them. So basically, they were behind the 8 ball right from the get-go once they introduced ACERT. So if you ever get a chance to run a CAT, don't get an ACERT motor. But you have to remember, a good majority of their core business is not Class 8 tractors, but actually engines for mining equipment. Hey, Junior, what's up today? Did you add a mod and then all of a sudden Oregon disappeared on you? Sorry to hear that, Junior. That I am not sure about, George. When you do a glider, you're basically choosing your rear end and your engine. So, I mean, if the driver has a choice of getting a CAT, I would imagine they would not get an ACERT motor. Now, that is very weird there, big dog. Anything going on with your mouse wheel by chance? Can you use the plus or minus in the map to zoom in and out? Yeah, so try to use these buttons here. See if you can zoom in and out that way. If not, if that does not work, you might have zoom disabled somehow in your config files. And how you would fix that, I would have no idea. What the hell was the reason for the brake check? All of them were E models, George. I definitely need some open road. This girl needs to stretch her legs a little bit. I didn't get a ticket there. I actually was under the, I was doing 68 when I passed the barrier. And it seems like that the fines are a little bit more loose from the cops, at least in Oregon. I don't know, I've kind of lost track how many times I've passed cops doing faster than the speed limit and above that 10% limit that they give you, and never got a ticket. Thank you, Oregon. I don't need to pull in. Well, the T800 is still in production today. It has not ceased production, even though the T880 is supposed to replace it. Once they announced the T880, T800 sales actually ticked upwards from what they were expecting. No idea. All their trucks that I see around here are the newer 2018 Cascadias and up, and then the older Cascadias. More than likely, George, but that was also a new truck that Freightliner released, one of their most aerodynamic to date once it was released. Hey, Water River, how's it going today? Great to see you. Not been doing too bad, actually. Excited that spring is here, gonna be 70 on the weekend. Time to get some outdoor work done. Did you know that the Classic is actually in the FL line for Freightliner? It actually is considered an FLD, it's just got a longer wheelbase compared to the 120. have been streaming water. I'm not sure if notifications go out on Mixer or not. Tommy Shaw, how's it going today? Welcome to the stream. Yes, the hood is longer, which also goes to the wheelbase. The FLD 120 is a set back front axle. The Classic XL is a set forward axle. And of course the 120 hood is more sloped compared to the Classic. The 379 is still Peter Carr's most popular truck ever. What we're probably going to do once we get this load dropped in Reno is to really stretch the legs. I want to take a load to either Elko or Jackpot, shoot right across 80 at 80 miles an hour. Sebastian, how's it going today? Welcome to the live stream. really didn't stop. They just made it into a 389 with a longer hood and updated some of the truck features. Take care, big dog. Northern California going down to Reno, Nevada. Yeah, we're almost down to the 299. We're gonna jump on that and then shoot over to Reno. Those are extremely easy to swap out. So, I can understand people complaining, but I don't have an issue with them. Yeah, we don't have train horns on today. I believe I have seen that. Is the interior all decked out in blue and orange? Yeah, then I have seen it. Awesome looking truck, as a matter of fact. Engine mod that I use most of the time there, Peter, is Creechbomb's version 2.7, and it is on the SCS forums. This particular engine that I'm running in the Classic XL today, I did mod in from Creechbombs. It's a Detroit Series 60 at 585 horsepower. It's more so that you get that aha moment. Hey, I know who that guy is. I've seen him on YouTube or whatnot. So yeah, you can get a little starstruck. There was one floating around, George. I'm not sure if it's updated or not. I'm not going to say it was decked out, say like Vipers or Outlaws, but there is a 378 out there. And that goes right next to the building. We're gonna try it. Yep, there's no way I'm going to be able to get straightened out there. Let's try this again. Start cutting it hard. Alright, how about that? We got back in here. A few pull-ups, but that's kind of expected in such a small company. Now you know why when I was driving I very seldom ever blew the air horn, even with kids doing the motion for it. I don't want to be the cause of an accident, so I very seldom did it. And let's see, we get anything here going to Elko? Of course not. That's through the California backwoods. Screw that. You know what I may do? I'm gonna check the freight market and just see. I'll pull one of these trailers if I need to. Nothing. Darn it. Anything in Carson City? Not really. Let's check Truckee here. Nothing. Well, there is a Winnemucca. I can take a, and that will actually be alright. We'll be able to get the leg stretch there on that. So, yeah, we're gonna cheat here. And, Where is it having us back in there? I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to also cheat on getting the trailer loaded. So, yeah. We're just going to go ahead and skip backing in. That's all that did there. Cobra. That was either or. Darn it, I hope I've got enough fuel to get to Winnemucca. I just looked. .63 gallon, 470 miles. Yep, we've got enough. There is a 377 mod on the workshop. you will have engine options from the dealer. If what they have is not what you want, then you're pretty much doing a glider kit. And you can go out and buy a brand new 389 for $125,000. They're going to be throwing a Cummins X15 into it. Now, which X15 they throw in, you might have a choice of, but it all depends on what options that you want for the truck. And I don't believe they make a 600 horsepower like we have in the game. That the most in the X15 I think you can get is a 565. Now, a lot of the newer trucks today, I mean, you're not seeing a whole lot of them over really 500 because of the way that the engines are now made. The technology compared to what I drove is so much better. So a 425 today actually pulls a ton better than a 425 of yesteryear. Yeah, I'm going to be curious again of how much I weigh. Last time we were at 70,000. Mm, 72 and not too bad. Rapping Fern, how's it going today? Welcome to the live stream. And if you have a PC and you want to try the game out on your own, create a Steam account. It is free, and then search the store for American Truck Simulator Demo. Download it, and you can actually run around Arizona as much as you want. It is not a time limit demo. It was a company 379, and that was when I was riding with my brother when he drove for Metal Transportation. So no, the truck was teal green with neon pink lettering. Oh, it's a great game. Now, granted, the game costs $20 to buy it outright, and what's included with that are the states of California, Nevada, and Arizona. There have been 2 map expansions released in November of 2017, New Mexico. October of 2018 was Oregon. And here in a few short months, we're going to be getting Washington State. And then later on this year, the rumor of the second state is Utah. Now the additional states, those are map expansions. They are paid, however. Only for PC. You can pretty much run this on just about anything, but on the store page, the specs on this, it's not overly powerful. The game doesn't use up a whole lot of resources. You can need a minimum of like a GeForce 450, I believe, or an Intel 4000 series. And that's for the graphics card. It's not processor-wise. I mean, the more processor you have, the better, of course. Exactly right, George. And I jumped on Interstate 80 to stretch the old girl legs, and here I can't even do the speed limit. And traffic is going by on the left side, and literally there's not enough room for me to get out. My PC specs is a Core i7 7700, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and a GTX 1070. Yes, I am, and I'm using OBS to stream. We are in Nevada. Nope, not doing a blindside. Oh, I can't even remember, George. Alright, we're going to do one more run here. Want to go down into Arizona if I can. So we may not be going out of here. Let's check the global cargo market. As of yet, you cannot in the base game on its own. However, there is a mod called Coast to Coast to where you can get to Texas. Oh, that's too long of a trip. What else do we got here? Why not? Let's go back up to where we started in Salem, Oregon. But the first thing I need to do is get myself some go-go juice. We're picking up here, the same place where I dropped off. Should have grabbed that load instead. Hopefully no traffic is coming on the road because we're going to be backing into there, I think. Or maybe not. That's not gonna work. I'm not gonna spend a whole half hour trying to get into the slot, so we'll just do it that way. And yes, I know I cheated. A go-go juice refers to diesel. You see that red light sitting there on the dash? I am nearly out, and the fuel gauge is, see the R1? The next gauge to the left of there is the fuel gauge. And I do need to take a look at the map here so I can get to a fuel stop, which is right down here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough to get up here to stop. And I don't even want to risk it. I probably could, but we might run out. And what we're going to do is, the way I'm going to go into this fuel station is I'm going to go around the corner and then come back around. That way I don't need to go onto that little side street. See, I can get in there and then come around, but I'm actually going to turn left and then come in on the other side. That they are. Kearney boy, how's it going today? Welcome to the live stream. It's going awesome. Alright, now we got our full load of fuel. Definitely enough fuel to get up to Salem. Let's hit the road again. What's going to be interesting here is this truck is enabled for truck physics, which were introduced in 133. I love this. When you start shifting, that front drops down and pops back up as you get back on the accelerator, exactly like a real truck. And even when slamming on the brakes, like so, boom, looks awesome. Oh, the industry is quite a bit of ways away from that. And there's a drive assist with the 2019 Cascadia, but no full-on auto as of yet. Yeah, you won't need to be like that guy in the Tesla Roadster going down the road with the auto on, and he's sitting there in the seat sleeping. Gotta love when the AI screws you for a hill. I'm hoping the doubles in 135 from SCS are a hell of a lot better than this, because this guy cannot drive. I think he forgot where the accelerator is. Hey Tim, how's it going? It's been a long time since I saw you here. That was probably the best truck that I've ever drove, George. I'm gonna say once SCS releases 135 and gives us doubles in traffic by default, you're gonna want to deactivate Sissel's trailer mod for the time being until he can get that part of his mod pulled out. I'm sure if you go to the Mac Museum down in Macungie, PA, you will see some. And Macs definitely run forever, that's for sure. But you need to take care of them also. If you don't, you're pretty much screwed. And that's the same with any truck to this day. You've got to keep the maintenance up. You've got to do the repairs. If not, I mean, you're going to be spending literally thousands of dollars because you didn't want to spend $100 at one time. Oh, Oregon is awesome. Just wait here for another month or two and we should be getting Washington, hopefully by midsummer. The Mac Museum in Macungie, PA, which is where Mac trucks are made at. And that's MACUNGIE, I believe. Well, now that 135 is in closed beta testing, they said it's going to be in closed for about a month before they release it to open. So, I mean, I can definitely see, and then the open beta is probably going to run 2 to 3 weeks. So if you figure that, we should have Washington, if things go well and according to plan, hopefully by July. From the east coast of the USA. a Kenworth sign. Either it was around Burns or it was around Bend. That sign is no longer there. It was kind of actually nice to see a big old Kenworth sign in the middle of nowhere. Stupid AI and their unnecessary brake checks. I have no idea why they do that. And one thing that you guys never ever do when you're running a manual transmission in one of these trucks, never neutral stop. Always leave the truck in a gear when braking. Nope, right lane, just doing things a little bit differently apparently, because I am blind. Stupid AI. Yeah, my bad for tailgating, but geez. Going down something like this in the real world with trees on each side with probably mountains, this would just echo probably for a good distance with the Jake brake. And has my chat broken again? And it looks like all chat stopped for me 15 minutes ago. Let me check something here. Alright, and I can see that here on my side. Let me hop to my stream very fast and see if I can see it on YouTube. Nope, it went through, so I'm not sure what's going on there. thought I was getting off at that one. Apparently not. Alright, apparently we can't bump the dock. I do want to thank you guys for watching today's live stream. A classic Reborn featuring the Freightliner XL Classic. And if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Want to get a notification? You enable those by clicking on the gray bell. As always, guys, if you did enjoy today's video, leave a thumbs up, keep that shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.